My name is Paul, and I'll be taking us through Lesson 28 of the Jamf 100 course, macOS Setup. There are different methods for installing macOS if the computer has already been used or we've installed a new hard drive. We can use the recovery partition to reinstall, Internet recovery to install an operating system on a hard drive without one, or the Mac App Store for upgrading versions. Today, we'll discuss setting up a Mac computer that's been shipped directly to us and is brand new out of the box. This is macOS Setup Assistant. First, we choose the country in which we're located. Next, we choose our keyboard layout. Now, we're asked to connect our computer to the Internet. While we're not required to connect to the Internet during the setup of a Mac, keep in mind some services, like Apple's device enrollment program, require Internet connectivity during setup in order to function properly. Next, we're asked if we'd like to transfer information to this Mac from another location. This could be done from another Mac in target disk mode, a time machine backup, or another startup disk. We could also transfer from a Windows PC using the Migration Assistant application available from Apple for Windows. If you don't need to transfer anything during setup, you can always transfer later using the Migration Assistant application. Now it's time to sign into an Apple ID. Signing in to an Apple ID will link the first local account to an iCloud account, iTunes and App Store accounts, and other Apple services. You can also choose to skip this during Setup Assistant. Now we have the terms and conditions. We're certainly not going to read through these today, but it's probably a good idea for somebody in your organization to know what these terms and conditions say and what's in them. Many times, your organization is accepting these terms and conditions on behalf of your end users. Now it's time to set up our first local account. This first local account is given administrator privileges, which means they have permission to install applications, delete applications, update applications, and make changes to system-wide settings. New to macOS High Sierra is Express Setup, which will automatically turn on Siri, turn on location services, and send usage and analytics data to Apple. Or if you'd prefer to customize these settings, you can click on Customize Settings on the bottom. Enable location services if you'd like your date and time to be set accurately, and if you'd like certain apps, like Apple Maps, to be able to function to their fullest extent. Analytics will automatically send usage data and app analytics to Apple and third parties to help improve products and services. Enable Siri if you'd like to use the Siri voice assistant on your Mac. In this lesson, we used macOS Setup Assistant to set up our Mac, create our first local user, and configure some settings.